Hi, I'm Alex Rockwell, and today I'm going to talk about formative assessment. What is it? What is it not? What are the benefits of it? And most importantly, how can you incorporate it into your classroom to get the most out of your students? Now, the definition of formative assessment, it's extremely informal. It's a collection of practices that's meant to improve learning. It is an analysis of information gathered, and it's useful for both students and teachers. It tells us where are we now and where do we need to go from here. Formative assessment, however, is definitely not a test. It's not stressful for students. It doesn't take a long time. It's not graded, and it's not the same every time. In this presentation, I will show you some resources that you can use in any classroom for formative assessment. There are many benefits for teachers. First of all, it's very quick, so it's a quick analysis of the understanding of your students. So where are we now? Where do we need to go from here? Are there common misconceptions? And it allows you for effective feedback. What are the benefits for your students? They're pretty much the same as the benefits for the teachers. It gives the same information, but this gives the student information about their own learning. What do I understand? What do I still need to work on? And where am I in achieving a goal that I have set for myself? So in this presentation, I will show you a couple ways to incorporate this into your classroom. I'll start with posting about learning targets and giving formative assessments in order to diagnose learning needs that your students might have. Learning targets should be posted in every classroom. It's just a quick statement about what are we going to do in class today. At the end of this lesson or at the end of this unit, what should I know? I have 3 examples here that are very different, but would all be very effective in any classroom. However, posting learning targets isn't enough. You have to talk about them. It has to become a discussion. Students should be able to recite and define learning targets at any point during the lesson or during the unit. They should know what they're learning and why they're learning it. Next, diagnosing student learning needs. It gives the teacher information. Where is that disconnect? What's happening here? Is there an incomplete understanding? Did my students walk in with inaccurate preconceptions that need to be addressed? Or are there flaws in reasoning? Diagnosing those learning needs happens through formative assessment. And I'm going to be talking about quick on-the-spot options, selected response answer choices, and some online resources that you can use. First, those quick on-the-spot options, something simple as thumbs up, thumbs down, give a 1, 2, 3 for your level of understanding, or having colored cards or cups for students to display. These take no time at all to prep, and they don't have to be planned. Now, something like selected response choices takes a little bit more time. When you are creating a selected response assessment, make sure all answer choices are deliberate and meaningful. So you're not just throwing in 3 random choices. This will help you diagnose those specific learning needs within your students. And also adding a part B to those selected responses. Why is your answer correct? Why is another option incorrect? Explaining your thinking eliminates students guessing and lets you know exactly what is going on in their mind. Online resources take a little bit more time, and they're set up in advance. You can give them whole group, they can be at independent stations, but they're immediate. And then they can be reused as a review for a summative or unit assessments. 3 of my favorite online resources are Kahoot, Socrative, and Quizzes. These are immediate. Kahoot, you would use whole group, but Quizzes and Socrative can be done at an independent station. They are all equally great because they're immediate. They are always available and they give immediate feedback. This is great for both the teachers and the students because yes, they might be planned, but you can also just pull them up and they're there for you. The immediate feedback can be used to track growth, which is beneficial for both the teachers and the students. Many teachers give formative assessment and then don't know what to do with the data. The best advice that you can get is to use it. Do something with it. This could be adjusting plans, adjusting your small groups, adjusting your activities. If you give a formative assessment, if you spend time making it, why wouldn't you use it? Remember, the purpose of formative assessment is to improve learning. If you don't do it, there's no point in giving it. So in conclusion, Formative assessments are a quick way to assess the current understanding of your students. They improve not only how you teach, but they help you teach to individual student needs. And there are many ways beyond this presentation to incorporate those into every classroom. So what can you do now? Definitely spend the time creating formative assessments for your classroom. The time put in is well worth the output and what you will get out of your students. Thank you, and let me know if you have any questions in the comments.